Welcome to watch-highres. In this video, we're going to be doing something interesting, reviewing two watches in the same time. These are coming from my brother again, and he made a couple of purchases in a fast-paced way because about the discounts on the summertime. And the Fossil is one of the brands. They tend to produce interesting looking watches for cheap price. So that's why this video will be interesting, and the specs will be around in the page, so I'll try to show up in the close-up. By the way, these watches are not my purchase, but my brother's purchase, and I have to give these watches back, so this review will not be perfectly in detail matter, but I want to share my opinions as much as I can. So the box design is for the both models are interesting, and the metal case gives a quite bit of a good feeling because you're purchasing something unique when you take a look at the boxes. So covers aside, and Fossil user manual from this one. Other one probably it is at the bottom. And as you can see, these are two similar watches. Let me just return the watches. And the strap is different. Also, the numerics are different, and we have some sort of like a number, at least Roman number in this model. In this model, just lines to show the our logo, but the general design concept is quite similar. Straps are different with the texture, and around the edges, this one is more black. And as you can see on the dial too, this is a darker color, this is a green. So let's try to take a look at these watches. By the way, the box quality is quite good. The carton is hard, and I think these two watches are not so expensive. I don't remember the exact number, but if you want to go in a dress style way, with a budget of course, you can consider the Fossil brand. I'm not against it. Some people against brands. I don't tend to look at things with the brand wise. If you like the design and if you find the price is good, then you can wear it for a while if you're not a watch geek. But if you want to think about the specs, the glass, it has to be sapphire, it has to be some sort of specs, then you might want to skip some brands. Let's take a look. They're quite liking one to another. One is unscrewed probably. One is inside, pushed. Let me just check. No, there are some differences. And when we take a look at from above, and I will take the boxes aside, but for remembering, I'll try to take the box like this with the colors, so I don't forget which one is which. By the way, this one is having a slightly inside buttons, and this one slightly extruded buttons. It's up to you. And I'd like to have my watches buttons are closer to the dial. But some watches really deserves extension of buttons. But in this case, I'm not quite sure, because these are tend to not so expensive looking, but when you focus on the dial, since this is a dress watch from a distance, you'll quite like each one of them. And let's just try to look one by one. What do we have here? And I will put it on my wrist. So at the end, we find Fossil logo here. That's a good thing. And we have good stitching, like it should. Fossil tend to use good looking straps in the original ones. And if you spend some time with it, and if you got, later on overuse it, you have to find the same or similar style. It's a little difficult. You have to purchase original. So this is a 22 millimeter. Seeing it is good. Changing is easy. It's like a smart watch style, easy to remove. Pin it has. 5 ATM we have. I don't want to take this cover out because it's a brand new watch. And the Fossil logo, we see the model, and we got two numbers, FS5963 and it says all stainless steel. For a dress watch, it's a good thing to have. So when we take a look at the dial, this is a deep green, and I like these tones of green, and I think it's going quite good with the brown, but I'm not sure about the edge of the brown. This is like making things a little older looking. I want the straps, especially brown straps, naturally getting old, or some sort of like a natural texture like this. This is a racing strap. I like the non-glossy finish of the leather, but it's up to me. Like, I'm not pushing anything to anybody, but this is a quite good looking dial. Simple, not much of a texture inside, but we have 3 different small dials in it. And let's take a look at the second mark. Is it hitting perfectly? Wait for it. It misses. Still misses. This scene is also showing the build quality of the fossil. It misses the mark, and even the big mark. Not just take a look at the small ones, but also concentrate on the big marks. And it start to hit. Yes, it is hitting the mark right now. Take a look. Nope, misses, misses, misses. Well, if you're a picky guy or a girl, I'm not sure these days everyone dresses like mixed up watches, but you'll get picky about this. Some of the custom models don't miss the mark too much, but this is nearly misses the mark near every point. But that's not the point of the fossil, the build quality. By the way, at the bottom of it, both of the watches says Japan movement. So the movement is Japan, something cool. Let's take a look at this one. If you know me by the other watches that I have purchased myself, you know I like deep blues, deep darker blues. So I like this watch better than the other, but I'm not sure about the strap. So I would probably change the strap later on if I buy this watch. And also the pins are inside, and the buttons are inside. I quite like it even more. Still, it catched around here. It's going better than the other one. This might be from the build quality or the model. It is catching very, very good. So yeah, it still catches. It misses the big one. Yeah, it start to lose it all. Yeah, from around here somewhere. So from the 9 o'clock, maybe even 8, it start to catch it. It couldn't catch the 12. So the build quality is looking as it is. And from the back, again, 5 ATM. 5 ATM is a good number. I'm not removing the protection layer. The model number is FS5928. So this is the model. You'll be seeing the specs around, and the leather strap behind, similar settings. The holes are simple, same. So the texture is different, this one, and it has a quite texture. I'm not sure. I'm not a texture leather guy, so I might change it, like I told you, like the natural style later on. But who knows? This is a good watch, but I'm giving it back to my brother. So when we take a look at the specs, you'll be seeing on the screen. Let's measure these 2 watches. As a dial size, green one is 43.6. When we include the crown, it will be probably 46.1. Without the crown, 43.8. But if I squeeze a little bit, let's call it 43.5. And with the crown, 46. And these buttons are quite good. Lug to lug, people are asking. I'm not a lug to lug guy, because lug to lug, yeah, but it's also about the design. 53.1. So take a look at this one. Again, 41. This is a smaller dial then. 41.5. With the crown is smaller, this one. 43.3. This is a smaller dial, and it's probably more suitable for my small wrist, which I will probably take it on. And the thickness of this one is 10.5, 10.6. And this one has 11.2, let's just say 11. And let's just count the weight. Check the weight out. Okay. Let's just reset it. And this is 130 grams. Not so heavy for a big watch. And also this one is 130 grams. So the weight is the same. That's interesting. Size is different. For the big size of a watch, let's see how it's going to look on my, for the shake, on my 18 centimeters of wrist. And let's just take the box out of the way and the other watch. And I think it's looking quite good. It's not, it's a bit of big for my taste, but also for a dress watch, I can live with that. I have many watches this size. So it's up to you. But I think it's looking quite good. But I would have just wanted a little bit of a texture on the dial at least, because since this is a dress style watch, but 5 ATM and the specs that it gives to me, I can live with that. This is a good priced watch and good looking watch with a simplistic design. So let me know what you think at the comment section below. Which parts do you like it or not? And let's get back to the other one. I didn't like the feeling of the texture. And this is a harder leather than the other one. I don't like it. So this is the way for a strap if you're going to be picky. But I like the dial of this one. Not just because of the blue, but because of the size. It fits better. I don't feel any big size issues here. So for the 18 centimeter wrist of mine, I think this is the good watch for me. And I believe I can live with this. If I purchase one of these, I would go with this one. Also the buttons or the crown looking better in my opinion. Let me know what you think at the comment section below, but I will definitely change this strap. I didn't like it. It's hard, tough looking. So let me know what you think at the comment section below. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. So subscription, support, and comments are important for supports from the brand and discounts, because I want to grow the channel and I don't want to purchase everything in the regular price because it's taking too much of a money out of my pocket. And sometimes some watches, I don't need them. I purchase for the sake of the channel. I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Watch-highres. Bye.